Hello, my friends. How are you? It's February 28th, Monday, 2022. Not in that particular order. It's Monday, February 28th, 2022. And you're here and you're watching me do fire, water, air, and earth. Thanks for joining. As usual, we like to start with a quote. So why don't we do that? Today's quote is from one of the greatest of all time, one of the goats of all time in terms of thinking, in terms of creativity, in terms of art, in terms of writing. He wrote many, many books. He painted many, many pictures. And he was definitely a genius, and inspired so many people to do many great things. And that guy's name was an Englishman, potentially Irish or Scotsman. Not sure. Why don't you check it out if you're interested? His name's William Blake, and he wrote something. He goes, "I rest not from my great task to open the eternal worlds, to open the immortal eyes of man inwards into the worlds of thought, into eternity, ever expanding in the bosom of God, the human imagination." Pretty deep stuff. He was a huge proponent of the imagination as something that is very important to the human experience and to the human spirit. And one of the root words of that is image. So imagination and image and moving pictures and moving images and television and film, all of these things have an important effect on our experiences. So guard your imagination to the utmost. Be careful and mindful of images that you consume. And why don't we take a look at some of these images on the tarot so that we can use them and learn from them. All right, let's do it. Fire, water, air, and earth. Okie dokes. For you fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, we've got the Seven of Wands. Seven of Swords. Let's take a look at it upright. There's a guy, he's walking in the desert, out in the desert, and it looks like he's found some swords. He found 7 of them. He's taking 5 and leaving 2 behind. So this is a card of communication and thinking. And since it's reversed, what knowledge and communication are you taking from friends, family, coworkers? Which ones are you kind of incorporating into yourself? And are those the right ones to be incorporating? When you get feedback from someone, or a thought from someone, or a word from someone, what do you do with it? Do you take it all, or do you take what works for you? Might be a time to be discerning and maybe a little bit pushback. If you're getting positive feedback, great, take it, but maybe push a little bit further. Only positive feedback isn't always a good thing. We also want some constructive criticism. Conversely, if you're getting only negative feedback, maybe it's time to just take it with a grain of salt, or in this case, a grain of sand. Take the things that make sense to you, incorporate them, use them, learn from them. But if it doesn't make sense, then don't bother, because people will give you their opinion, and we know what opinions are. Everyone's got one, along with a certain body part, which I will refrain from saying here, because it's somewhat vulgar. Anyways, so for you fire signs, you're getting feedback, are you getting comms, are you getting communication? Which of it works for you? Which of it resonates with you, and which does not? Take the ones that do and leave the ones that don't. Water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. You've got the Five of Pentacles reversed. Let's take a look at this lovely card upright. This is usually the card of bankruptcy and failure and not having enough and lean times and kind of being out in the cold, but it's reversed for you water signs. So this might be a time to so the reversal means that you might be coming out of a particularly lean time, whether that be emotionally or financially. You might be coming out of that soon or now. So take the time to kind of nurture yourself. Be grateful for the new times, the new more abundant times, whether that is financially, physically, or emotionally, and maybe give to the people around you. Maybe there's someone else around you who might need a little bit of support or a little bit of um, encouragement, because the world can be difficult and there's people at various stages of learning and achievement and um, well-being. So be compassionate, as you water signs typically are, or at least can be. And yeah, gratitude is a key thing here, and to be mindful of the blessings that you do have. Air signs, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. You've got the Eight of Pentacles reversed. Let's take a look at them upright. Upright, this guy is getting down to business. He's working. He's done quite a lot. He's happy. He's engaged. He's doing what he wants to do. The reversal indicates maybe not so much that. So are you, you in a job that you can't stand? Are you doing something that you don't like? There's always a couple of options you can do there. You can find a new job, or at least take the steps towards moving towards a new job, networking, doing things that improve your marketability in the workplace or in the job market. Or if it's a time for maybe reevaluating whether you are kind of getting down to work and doing good work. You doing good work, or you've been slacking? It's a hard thing to admit to yourself sometimes, but we all do it. We're all human. We get comfortable and we don't necessarily push ourselves any further. Could be a fatal flaw. Constant improvement and always giving yourself a little bit of an edge is an important thing to do. So if you're doing well and happy and engaged in what you're doing, then continue. But if you're not, then take the steps required in order to get yourself out of that situation or improve it. And finally, for you earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, you've got the Seven of Wands. It's a time, or at least a card, that's calling for you to stand your ground. You've been putting a lot of energy into something or some kind of endeavor. Maybe it's a passion project, or maybe it's just something that you want to do, and you might be getting some some of that feedback that may be negative or not exactly what you want to hear, or just things trying to take your time away from the things that you want to be doing. So stand your ground, fend off any attacks, and be confident in what you're doing. It's not easy, of course, but it's something that you've set your mind to, and you've already put a lot of energy into it. Um, so keep it going. Don't let the naysayers or the haters, so to speak, don't let the haters knock you off your perch, because you do have the high ground. You do have something bigger pushing you in this direction. So um, defend yourself. Alrighty, that's it for today. Missed you last week. I was not able to be at a computer. I think it's the first week that I've missed without due to something other than illness. But gonna keep doing this. If you have any feedback, drop me a note, send me a DM. Check out my links on YouTube. Check out the links in the description, and for those of you on Instagram, check out my link tree in the bio. Lots of cool stuff there, things you can buy, things you can read, things you can check out. And I'm always looking for feedback. So thanks a lot. See you next time, and onward and upward.